Allegash River, just north of Boston, a chilling story of a mass abduction. Were all these men taken by aliens?
The beam coming towards us, I don't know what it's going to do. It makes me feel like I'm flying apart.
A camping trip forever altered the lives of 4 men.
We were just a couple of guys camping, fishing, and we were excited about getting out of the city and being in the wilderness.
Art students Charlie Fultz, Chuck Rack, and twins Jim and Jack Weiner were looking for a break from the city when they set out for the backwoods of Maine.
The last thing on our minds was any UFOs or anything like that. We just wanted to go fishing. It was very, very dark. So we decided to build a fire so we could find our way back to our campsite. And all 4 of us climbed in one canoe with our fishing equipment and headed out into the lake. We were out there for approximately 15 or 20 minutes fishing with no luck. And suddenly Chuck Rack said, "Hey guys, that's a heck of a case of swamp gas." And we turned around, and probably 150, maybe 200 yards away at the most, coming out of the trees was this huge ball of glowing, pulsating light.
I remember it as being a very bright, round sphere of light that had kind of a roiling quality to it. Yellow-white in nature.
And at that point, we started paddling very quickly towards the shore. As I was paddling, I was looking over my shoulder to see where this object was in relation to our canoe. And it kept just following us, coming closer and closer and closer. I was in a panic, to be honest with you. A second later, it was right on, almost on top of us, with this beam coming across the water right towards our canoe. And I remember thinking, well, we're not going to outrun this thing. There's no way we're going to outrun this thing. And then the next thing I remembered was standing on the beach.
Back at their campsite, the roaring fire had burnt down to embers.
Elapsed time we thought was 15 or 20 minutes, tops. And we couldn't understand why the fire had burnt down so soon.
None of the men could account for the missing time, nor were they ready to discuss what had just occurred.
The 4 of us were just left there standing on the beach in total silence. We didn't really even talk to each other. I guess we were in shock.
Little mention was made of the incident for 12 years, until strange dreams began to torment the Weiners.
And then I would wake up and I would be drenched in sweat and my heart would be beating really fast.
I started having nightmares about being in some room or some area with these strange creatures around us.
I said, I can't believe you're telling me this because I've been having the same dream.
A psychiatrist evaluated the twins and referred them to UFO researcher Dr. Ray Fowler. Only after agreeing to hypnosis did the brothers begin to recall their shared experience. Here are actual recordings of the session in which all 4 men from the expedition relived their experience.
The beam is coming towards us. I don't know what it's going to do. It makes me feel like I'm flying apart.
Each of their individual accounts depicted the same harrowing details.
Had no idea where I was. Then I realized that the 3 guys were sitting to my left on this bench, naked. All I knew was I was in a strange place, laying naked, paralyzed, with this thing coming towards me.
I remember these creatures examining my brother with a type of wand.
The next thing I remembered was they turned me over, and then they were doing some type of anal exam.
I remembered pressure, heat of my physical body being ripped to shreds, like on a molecular level. I mean, it's the only way I can verbalize it, but it is an extremely unpleasant feeling. It feels like death.
I think that the Weiners opened Pandora's box because now they have questions about reality that they never had before. They have questions for which there are no answers.
To eliminate the possibility of a hoax, Ray Fowler arranged for a polygraph test to be administered.
After administering the examinations, there's absolutely, positively no doubt in my mind that they are being absolutely honest with me when they tell me that they were confronted by a phenomena in the Allegash region.
One person might fool a polygraph examiner. You have four, all passing the tests, and the polygraph examiner being convinced that all four are telling the truth is very important. I feel very strongly that what they describe is a real experience.
But to these men, the trip up the Allegash was only the start of an ongoing journey.
It's not over. This is an ongoing thing. We're tagged. Well, what can I do? Go hide? They're going to find you.